tomorrow is another huge league game for my team, because last week we actually just got our first loss, which knocks us off top of the table, so we need to get back up there. And we're playing a team that last season finished pretty close to top of the league, but at the start of this season are on some pretty rough form. So while we'll be looking to take advantage of that, they'll be looking to end their rough streak against us. And I'm currently in the hotel next to Stanley Park, Exeter Chiefs Stadium, because I'm going to a ball tonight. This is a bit of an odd matchday vlog, but we're going to make it work. So it is currently 4:56 p.m. and I need to rewind you back a couple of hours for when this actually starts. Okay, we're at the gym. We've got a very makeshift session today because, as I probably just mentioned, my legs are aching and might have mentioned slight wrist injury. It feels fine now, but if I train anything that's going to put pressure on my wrist, it might make it bad for tomorrow. So I can't really do anything like that. So the usual session is going to have to be modified a little bit. And obviously I also don't want to do too much because I got about 5 hours of sleep last night, so I'm cooked. Yeah, but with all that being said, we have got a rough plan. So the pre-game primer session is going down. Let's do it. The Migos on the bank will be rolling shit. Okay, session done. Pretty good, considering everything. Yes, now we need a healthy post-workout meal to best recover my muscles, restore my glycogen, and load me up on protein. So let's go get something super healthy. Okay, healthy food down, we headed off to Exeter. The hotel is super bougie, so here is a quick tour of the room. And we made ourselves a coffee with a Biscoff, followed by a protein bar. Code Joseph at my protein. Okay, let's go check out the gym. We got to make use of the facilities while you can, so we get a cheeky little pump, hitting some of the muscles that I didn't do earlier, but that would still recover in time for the game. Not bad at all. Okay, so you're all caught up. Obviously, I can't drink too much tonight. The plan is to have probably 2. We still want to enjoy ourselves and make them as early in the night as possible, so I'm sleep good, not hungover tomorrow. Yeah, got a 3-course meal as well, so we're fueled up good for the game still. Looking forward to it. Okay, let's get suited and booted. We start off by pre-drinking a hooch, and then we're getting dressed in the suit and a cute little clip-on bow tie, and we're off. We're walking in past all the trophies and are greeted with a Bucks Fizz, which I think is just Prosecco and orange juice. Here's the room it was all in, nice and fancy, and the food began. We got some pork with a boiled egg and some pickled veg thing for starter, not bad. Then a mini roast dinner with some garlic mash, even less not bad, we're cooking now. And then a dessert that I clearly couldn't wait to film. I've already had some of it. A dark chocolate thing with salted caramel sauce inside and some cream on the side. ×3 because some people didn't like theirs. So I cleaned up. We are carb loading today. We enjoyed the rest of the evening, had a little boogie, and headed back at a sensible hour. Okay, we are back. It is 11:41 and I genuinely did not do bad. I had 1 can of hooch pre-drink, as we saw, 2 Bucks Fizzes and half a pint. That's still pretty optimal. So not much damage caused for the game tomorrow, but now I need to go to sleep. Speaking of optimal, we're back into routine, taking our sleep supplements before bed that we packed, and some electrolytes too. And that is a wrap. Oh, okay. We're up, getting ready, feeling pretty good. Because between the minimal drinks I had, I also made sure I had water between them all, like an absolute gimp. But it paid off. Also, we entered a raffle, because this thing was like a charity. Well, we won a £200 voucher for a golf trip. Lovely. I'm actually getting into golf. I do still suck, so I'll be officially the worst player ever to pay for a golf trip, but we take it. Luckily, we also paid for breakfast here, so we're getting ready for an all-inclusive breakfast. Now that is some good pre-match fuel. We headed off for said breakfast in kit, ready for the game of course, and loaded up plate number 1, the English breakfast style to start. Lovely. And then bowl number 1. Fruit, yogurt, some nuts and extra stuff like that. And that's actually all we managed. We did take 2 croissants to snack on the road. We hit a full body stretch back in the room to loosen off today's supplements, and then it was time to check out. We stopped for a little snack on the way to my club. If only it was a My Protein bar they sold at the shop. That would be way better. I guess I'll just have to order them online with code Josef at checkout. Wink, wink. And we arrived at the game. So, a huge league game, because we actually lost our last one as well. So we kind of need this to bounce back and get ourselves back up near the top of the league. So, here's how it went. Painfully close in more ways than one. We were painfully close to a win. We lost by just 6 points, and painfully close to my first try in the league. Obviously I scored in pre-season, but we're yet to in the league with that lovely interception. I had one more guy to beat, kind of got like tap tackle tripped over, couldn't get back up. And I believe also if I ran to the right, not the left, I'd have been open. Yeah, personally, I'm quite happy with how I did this game. I did make one mistake. I missed a tackle which did lead to a try, but I think that was more a silly error of giving that guy an extra yard than I should have, because I intended to let him go around the outside and then use the touchline, but Christ, he was fast. I think he was down from their first team, which play in the national leagues, but he'd like just come back from holiday, so one game with the twos before going back to the first team. I think anyway, that's what people were saying. Yeah, fair play. And you know, he only got the ball because we had it and made a handling error, so he wasn't really meant to get the ball there, so weren't defensively set. I'm making excuses. I'll put my hands up for that one. I felt pretty good on the ball, made a couple good runs. Obviously not good enough in the end because we didn't win, but we take it. Subscribe to see the next next game. If you want to train like me to improve how you look and perform, then go to MidasTouchFitness.com or the first link in the description for free PDFs, programs, coaching, and more. Thanks for watching.